we're invisible. Now we're visible. Hello,
Now we're there.
everyone. We are here with part 5 of our Mortal Kombat 9 Super Replay. My name is Marcus Stewart. I have below me Kyle Hilliard.
Hello, excited to maybe see the end of this game. I think.
Most certainly. I mean, we're on the final boss, and you know we're gonna go a little shorter today, about an hour or so. But it kind of works out because we are literally on the precipice of the finale. We just got one very, very big buzzsaw to overcome in the form of Shao Kahn, and I remember playing this game when it first came out and being stuck on this fight for a good while. So I am a little worried about how long this could take, but I'm pretty confident we can do it in an hour, you know?
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I was in our morning meeting. We were like, yeah, we're doing replay today. We're on the final boss of Mortal Kombat 9. And even Brian Shea was like, ooh, good luck, guys. You know, like, I remember that being tough. But I have faith in you, Marcus. I mean, you're dressed for the occasion.
Thank
you're
you.
Pro.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
And you're a pro now, too. You've seen basically 95% of the game now, probably more of the story.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about what's happened? Do you remember what happened the last time before this?
Oh, I actually do. Yeah, Raiden was like, I have to lose in order to change the future.
Yeah.
Right? Which was like the funky, weird thing, right?
Yeah. Like, he fought Liu Kang.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah, because Liu Kang was like, no, that's stupid. And Raiden was like, I know it sounds stupid, but trust me. I've given you no reason to trust me. So trust me.
Yeah, it's like everything I've said has backfired, but this time for sure. You know?
Yeah. All right, hey, Marcus.
Yes.
You go ahead and get started. I'm going to run upstairs and pull some crab cakes out of the oven, okay?
Okay,
I'll be right back.
Okay, should I just wait for you then? If it's not going to be that long?
Oh, there might be a cutscene. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll be right back. This will just take a second.
All right. Well, as Kyle is pulling things out of the oven, how's everyone in chat doing? I see Chain Whippin, Mini LF, Change Leany. Hello. Saying it's Game Informer I hated missing last week, as that's the one we got to see spicy police action. What was spicy police action? I watched some of because last week I was away on a work trip that I can't talk about yet, but I saw that we had Kyle played Assassin's Creed 1 with Charles for like an old school regular replay, and I watched some of it but didn't finish it. So I don't know what the spicy police act. Did someone get arrested on stream last week? Is that what happened? Did somebody got swatted on stream, did they? But yeah, I'm Chain Whippin asking, could it be worse than Street Fighter 2 in Bison on max difficulty? I feel like, and maybe this is just my like rose, I don't know, it's rose-colored in memory or whatever, but I always remembered Shao Kahn across the board in Mortal Kombat games being tougher than M. Bison in most Street Fighter games. As hard as M. Bison is, I feel like Shao Kahn was always a little bit harder, and maybe in an unfair way. You know, I'm not saying it was like a good difficulty, but I think I remember M. Bison being more manageable, but still tough, where Shao Kahn kind of felt like middle fingers constantly. So, yeah, I don't know. But all right. Let's see.
Yeah, sorry about that. I have to, in 3 minutes, I'll pull them out of the oven one more time.
Okay. Oh, Changeling, you were talking about Striker. Yeah. Well, you know, you can watch all of this entire Super Replay and all the other replays on our Game Informer Show's YouTube channel. You can catch up on that episode. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's put a bow on this thing. Let's save Earthrealm.
By losing? Is that right?
I guess, yeah. It's kind of like
Liu Kang had to lose or something, right?
Liu Kang he thought had to lose several times, but then he kept winning because the alternatives kept not working out.
Right. Okay.
But now he's dead, so I guess he lost in the end.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
It's kind of like the end of Doctor Strange, you know, where he's like he's gonna go to Shao Kahn and say, "I've come to bargain." Oh wait, where am I? This is not story mode. And actually, we'll get to see it again.
Hello, Oscar. Yeah, Activision Blizzard officially owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like we've been talking about it for 2 years.
I mean, we have, haven't we? Hasn't it been almost 2 years?
I think so.
Also, chat, let us know, make sure everything sounds okay and all that stuff.
Ooh. Looks like my crab cakes that I gotta pull out the oven in a minute and a half.
Did you, when you pulled them out, did you fire lightning from your fingers to like finish them off? Is that like your signature touch?
Well, it was like the box like suggested it. You know, is like this is an optional way. It makes it taste better. You know how like bagel bites will be like, look, if you read the back of the box, it's like, look, if you're a loser, you can microwave your bagel bites and they're gonna be soggy and gross. But if you cook them in the oven, you're going to have a better day. That's basically what it said on the crab cakes. It was like, you can use your electricity fingers, and they're going to taste a lot better. But if you want to save time and have a worse meal, you can just pop them back in the oven for another 3 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny you say that because I feel like I would wager 90% of Bagel Bites customers put them in the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, even...
I am the 10%. I wait for the better Bagel Bites myself.
I am too. It's like... It's a thing I've done as I've gotten older and older, even when I was like in high school, of like taking, like, I don't want to say crappy, but like kind of like frozen fast foody style things like Bagel Bites or like pizza rolls, and trying to make them in the most legit way possible. Like, I'm not just gonna put this in the microwave. I'm gonna put this in an oven, and then when it's like, I would make pizza bites, throw them in the oven, or not pizza bites. God, Tostino's Was I saying right? Pizza
rolls, right?
Pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Put those in the oven, cook them up. They get like nice and crispy outside, and then I would drizzle them with olive oil and like Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan. And it's like, this is probably as fancy as you can possibly do this thing.
Yeah. And then the ultimate evolution is you start, boiling some oil on your stovetop and you just fry those suckers,
Oh, I haven't tried that.
Yeah.
I kind of like
how you get
like
that's how you get them restaurant quality, baby.
Restaurant quality pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Hey Marcus, I'm gonna go pull that stuff out of the oven. You keep.
Wait,
fighting.
I thought you did already.
No, I said I had 3 minutes. I had to flip them and then 3 minutes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, be right back.
All right. Hello, AppleBear64.
I'm gonna keep my headphones on this time so I can hear what you're saying, because I am wireless after all.
That's a good perk. AppleBear64 asking, is Kyle still at Game Informer? Yes, he came back over a year ago. He's been here. Been my partner in crime for the last few Super Replays. See, Chain Whip says, split the difference with an air fryer. I mean, yeah, an air fryer is the way to go now for like pizza rolls, especially. This is what I was talking about. Was long before air fryers became a thing. But yeah, these days, if I was gonna, and I don't buy pizza rolls anymore, but if I were, it would be the air fryer. As long as you got like a decent one, Here we go. The Elder Gods coming at the last second when all hope is lost.
You violate our will, Shao Kahn. You merge realms without victory in Mortal Kombat. Our penalty is clear.
Look at Shao Kahn, like he's standing under a shower. Just really soaking it in. He's like, oh, that feels pretty good.
Shower Kahn.
Thank you, Kyle. Just in time for that.
Just in time. Almost didn't make it. I think it is funny, and I don't fault anybody for it at all.
All right, here we go.
Folks like AppleBear who are like, oh, Kyle's back at Game Informer? Like, you don't, it's not like you're checking in on outlets, every day. Like, you might only check something like Game Informer, like, just periodically,
Did I not block those? I was like blocking a couple of those, and they said no. All right, here we go.
I think like, I'm trying to remember because my kid's birthday is in October, early October, and I came back to Game Informer, and I was gonna start the week of her birthday, but I told Matt, I was like, can I just like wait a week to start, because I don't want to be like restarting a job on the week of my daughter's birthday, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't want to be like have to work on her birthday if I could just wait a week to start. So that's a good like dot for me to remember when I've started. So and her birthday was this week, So I think it has actually, it might even today, might be a year.
Happy
An exact year.
Happy 1 year.
I think. I don't accept your.
You know, it's funny because this week I'm almost 9% sure is my 3-year anniversary.
Oh, really?
And I only know that because Blake and I started very close together, and he posted on Twitter that, oh yeah, earlier this week was my 3 year. So I was like, okay, either mine just passed or it's after yours, but I know it has to be this week. I forget which one of us came first, but we were like basically the same time. So I haven't posted about it because I keep forgetting about it, and also I'm like, I think it's this week probably. Going on 3 years for me.
I know Charles said a year for himself as well recently, which is just that works. Everyone started in October. And the original, when I originally started back in 2011, my first employment, I started in late September. So it's freaking weird.
Also, I don't think we talked about this at all, Kyle, but like, I don't have anything planned if we wind up beating Shao Kahn like immediately or pretty early.
If you do it in just a try or two.
Yeah, like in 15 minutes. I'm like, well, I guess that's replay. Bye, everyone. Yeah, I don't really have a.
I mean, I don't know. You know what we could do? Like, you're playing on your
My
Series
Xbox.
X?
Yes.
Okay. We could just, well, you got any secrets on there that you can't share yet?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say we could just look through your library and pick something just to play for a couple minutes.
I had to really.
You know?
Yeah, that's the tricky thing about this job. You have to think like, do I? And I was like, no. On my Xbox currently, everything is out. Like, the newest thing is Assassin's Creed, and that's fine.
Yeah. If you were playing on PlayStation, I think you and I could not show.
Oh no, that thing's a minefield.
Yeah. There's a little game on there that rhymes with miter spam.
Shao Kahn. So the thing with Shao Kahn is that a lot of his attacks break through your block, and then he also doesn't, like, moves that you would normally stagger someone else do nothing. So it kind of throws off your timing, because you'll do a punch that, like, it'll stun them, but he'll just, like, totally eat it and then keep doing whatever he was doing. So, like, you can't break his animations if he's already swinging his hammer and stuff. It's a whole thing, Kyle.
It's a whole.
Oh, nice. I think the last time I cheesed this by trying to use like teleport as much as possible to kind of do some misdirection like that.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You don't wanna. You gotta do it just before he. You gotta do it when he kind of commits to something. No! Oh, he missed! Oh, what? Oh, that was some bougie right there.
Okay, Marcus, I believe I started my second round, my prestige round of employment, I like to refer to it, a Game Informer.
Right.
On October 18th, 2022. So I got a couple days, I think, before I've been back.
Okay. Well, make sure you announce it so everybody knows. All that good stuff.
By the way, you seem like you're doing okay. He's won one round, but you're.
I mean, he's won two.
I shouldn't have said one.
I've lost. We should probably keep track. Like, I've lost 2 matches, like 2 full matches so far, I believe.
So what is it about him that's so hard? Because he has a reputation of, like, he's kind of like the AI is just turned up for this last match, or is he just like, because you fought Shao Kahn before, right?
I mean, he's definitely he's turned up for this last fight.
He is turned up.
He is turned.
T-U-R-N-T? Oh, I see.
Remember when he came through the portal holding the crunk chalice? He took a sip from. Yeah.
K-R-U-N-K.
Yeah, he's pretty, and turned with like a T in there. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, that's actually how you spell crunk, isn't it? Or is it C-U-R?
No one has spelled crunk since 2007. So
C-R-U-N-K. Type of hip-hop music characterized by repeated shouted catchphrases and elements typical of electronic dance music, such as prominent bass.
Does it just have a picture of Lil Jon?
He was on there. Yeah, he was like...
like he's kind of the... It's like him, the Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah, who was... Lil Jon is the first, yeah. 3-6 Mafia, Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon.
Oh yeah, 3-6 Mafia.
Yep.
But yeah, like his AI's turned up. I mentioned like his immunity to like big powerful moves that would stun other characters, and also just like going back to his AI. And this goes
Yeah.
back to like MK2 and 3, where he's got a lot of like just kind of like negating attacks. Like he's got that shoulder thing that can knock you out of the air. So if you start jumping too much, he'll just knock you right out of the air. So you gotta kind of check that habit. And he's got the rush shoulder block. If you get too, like if you try to keep your distance, he'll start throwing stuff at you, so you can't just shoot stuff at him. He's kind of got an answer for most strategy.
Okay. I mean, that was, we've talked about this a little bit, I think, is that my primary, of course, Mortal Kombat that I've played was the Game Boy game, which my strategy was to jump in the air and kick a lot. So I wouldn't be able to do that here.
Yeah, probably not, though. Shao Kahn, oh, I'm surprised I got that off. Happy birthday, Duke. Saying you turned 38 this week.
Nice. Yeah, your birthday's near my kid's birthday. Very close.
Yeah. So Dr. Mono saying Shaolin monks, Marcus and Kyle. See, we've already done a Shaolin monk super replay.
Yeah,
we can't.
Which isn't, honestly, like...
I mean, that's probably not a hard and fast rule.
Yeah,
I also don't.
but if we'd like to avoid it, I think if we can. I mean, we played Assassin's Creed last week. We had Assassin's Creed on replay.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep. That's gonna be my reaction anytime he gets me with that stupid X-ray.
I still love, it's such a small thing, but I do love that the fight takes place in front of the health bars. Does it still do that?
I want to say yes.
It's such a small thing.
I don't really
like it.
look at it anymore, but I
you
don't
wouldn't
see
really
why
notice it,
wouldn't.
but-
Yeah.
And we talked about it because this game can be played in stereoscopic 3D, which is neat.
Right.
Which is part of the reason. But
Which is how the true fans played it, as we know.
I kind of would like, this is topics we've covered, but I kind of wouldn't mind going back and like playing a bunch of those 3D games in 3D again, you know? Go play Shadow of the Colossus in stereoscopic 3D.
We need like a 3D TV extravaganza replay or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just no way to share it, really, other than us, you and me being like,
Describe it. What? Like, take our word for it. It's amazing.
Yeah. I remember the thing that was like, I think Shadow of the Colossus, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I love Shadow of the Colossus. And the big, oh nice, good. Holy cow, that's some pro moves right there. The big thing about Shadow of the Colossus, if I remember correctly, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I feel like the frame rate just took a colossal hit if you played it in
Shadow of the Colossal hit?
Yeah, exactly. But I could be mistaken about that. Yeah. And Marcus, I guess we can tease, we do have a plan for what we want to play next. It takes a little preparation on our part.
Oh yeah, we can announce that if we beat, or not if,
yeah.
when we beat.
If we beat.
When we
Yeah,
beat him.
let's
We're
be
not going to sabotage ourselves. We're going to beat this guy. Yes, next Super Replay, very exciting. I'm excited for it's one I've wanted to do, and one that I've wanted Game Informer to do for a long time.
Yeah, good idea. It's a game I'm not familiar with at all. So.
No! I couldn't!
Come on. Oh.
He was still stuck in his little animation, and I couldn't react. I thought I was hoping I could... oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Okay, he's just going for it. Okay, get out of here.
Yeah, Dr. Mono, and Marcus, maybe you know, brother. I believe the Shaolin Monk Super Replay was Dan Reichert and Andrew Ryan.
Right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can find that over here.
Yeah, I do own a copy of that game, and I have a PS2. But the thing about that is that we can't play that together because it's only local.
Yeah.
Like, you would have to figure that out.
Come to Florida.
Yeah, you were just here. So you could have did it while you were here. Like, just ignore your family as they enjoy Disney.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, honestly, I'm sorry that I didn't get, like, a chance to see you or anything, but, like, we were in Disney mode. You know what I mean? Like, when you go to Disney, you are
have
in
to be
the Disney ecosphere. It's really hard. Like, truly, I'm not being sarcastic. Like,
no, trust me, I know the Disney. I know I have plenty of people in my life that are Disney sickos, and it's one of the reasons I don't go to Disney as often as I do Universal, because there's so much more prep time that has to go into it if you want to get the most out of it in terms of, like, you have to, like, look at that stupid app and see the lines and how long you want to wait, and then you probably want to Did you get a lightning pass or anything like that? Or?
Oh yeah, we lightning passed the hell out of that.
Yeah,
we did as much as we could.
Yeah.
In our time.
You kind of gotta if you want to, and then you have to worry about blackout dates and just. There's so many things that people don't realize that goes into a good Disney trip. Because if you just show up, I mean, you could be fine if it's like not a terribly busy day, but if you happen to stumble upon like a, I don't know, it's the Food and Wine Festival or something like that, you know, the Halloween thing's going on right now.
Yeah. But even something like, we were staying on site or whatever you want to say, like going to like get food or something that's like not on the facilities is like complicated and difficult, you know? Like you're like locked into their facilities, which are high quality, but nice.
I was sweating on that one.
So I mean, not to spoil it for myself, is there going to be some crazy like twist or something where it's like you beat him twice and then it's like actually you have to beat him 3 more times?
No, from what I remember, this is it. I don't think there's any sort of like, this is my true form. Like, he's not, Shao Kahn's not Frieza, thankfully.
Okay.
He's like, this is actually my power conservative mode or whatever it was, and like,
Or Cell. Or Majin.
yeah, the Dragon Ball is a formula, it turns out.
Formula that I love.
I appreciate that Super kind of got away from that with most of its big bosses. Like, they were, usually when they showed up, that was kind of it, from what I remember.
Yeah, even Beerus really kind of only had one form.
Well, I mean, he's a god, so he doesn't really need anything. Or like a Jiren, like, he just lost his shirt at a certain point, but, you know, he didn't change or anything like that. Same with Goku Black.
I actually haven't finished Super.
What?
Yeah.
Mr.
we're
Dragon Ball?
Mr. Dragon Ball himself. My wife and I are big Dragon Ball fans, and we kind of fell off partway through the Battle Royale. We were enjoying
Wait, the Tournament of Power?
Yeah.
Like, that's like the last arc.
I know, we're very close to the end, but we just got distracted. And Goku, the Goku Black stuff was a slog.
Really? I like
did
that
not
one.
like the Goku Black stuff.
Oh, I
was just
think I
so
just like seeing
confusing.
Trunks again.
I mean, I like Trunks, but like, yeah, it was just also confusing. Oh, I'm sorry, this is happening to you right now, Marcus.
Yeah. Wait, did he? Oh, this is it, right? That's his second.
Shao
Damn it.
Kahn
Okay.
wins.
Yeah, I got
Did you
upset.
see what's it called? I don't have the
Round
name off
one.
the top of my head.
Fight.
Dragon Ball Daima. Did you see that?
Oh, I've heard of that. What's that?
This was announced yesterday, and it's the next series.
Is it based on? Because I know the manga kept going. Like there was more stuff after Super, like after the Tournament of Power. Is it going to be that stuff?
I don't
assume-
don't know, but I can tell you what the big hook of Daima is if you want to know.
Yeah.
It's something happens, some gods show up, and it looks like they turn all the Dragon Ball characters into children again. So you got Kid Vegeta, Kid Goku, Kid Gohan, Kid Krillin.
Okay.
It's almost like a Dragon Ball callback.
Hey, I'm a little scared about that just because it makes me think of
Yes.
GT.
Yes.
And I thought we learned our lesson.
Same reaction. I was like, I don't know about
That's
this.
okay. So and maybe people in chat that have read the Dragon Ball manga can let me know. But from what
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard of like
curious.
post Super manga, I've not heard any of. I've heard like. I'm afraid to even say because I don't know if people. Well, actually, who cares? It's the manga, and it's been around. I've heard that Vegeta gets Ultra Instinct at a certain point,
Okay.
and
That's not surprising.
yeah, and some other villain who's he's got like horns or something. He's like maybe a god or god adjacent, and like basically nothing that I have not heard anything about like them being kids again. So it's like a GT thing where like this is not based on any written material and they're just sort of making it up.
Well, the thing about the trailer that they released yesterday is that it was what am I trying to say? Oh, it was very Toriyama had a bunch of quotes in it, and he was like, "I'm actually more involved in this than I usually am."
He was pretty involved with Super.
He didn't even write it. I think he like designed Beerus and was like, you know, would be around for approvals and stuff and give his okay on everything. But I don't think he wrote anything.
Oh,
Like I think he did the movies, but I could be totally wrong about that.
okay. Kyle, you got to finish the Tournament of Power.
We
To me,
were
it's the
enjoying
best.
it.
It's the best arc in the like. One, it's where the animation gets really good. Remember, early Super was kind of criticized for the animation. I think by the time you get to the tournament, it's like, oh no, this is on point. Like these fights look amazing.
Oh, good. Okay.
And
yeah,
like, do you remember where you stopped? Like exactly, like what was happening? A lot happens in
No.
that tournament.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Did Goku get his? Did he do Ultra Instinct?
No.
Okay, so you got a ways to go.
Yeah.
All right.
I did eagerly watch the new movie though, and really loved it.
Yeah, that I still have to watch too.
Yeah, that's great.
I love the look of the movie, like the sort of like art direction. Jesus. The art direction that Shao Kahn is giving me a lot of red from all the blood he's spilling.
Red? Oh, red. I think you said red. I don't know why. I'm still not feeling well. I've been sick all week.
Yes.
My voice sounds weird.
No! I knew. I was like, as soon as he wound up, I was like, I just knew. I was like, 2 seconds later, I'm gonna be dead because I don't have a way to react to this in time. I just can't.
Yeah, looking through the comments to see if anyone has responded to our questions about Dragon Ball. Yeah, no one's really sure. Yeah, Daima says Mystic Wanderer, Mystic Gohan Wanderer, I assume. Daima just looks like rebooted GT. It does a little bit, which is cause for concern. But with Toriyama involved, that makes me feel.
Kyle, what do you think is the best thing in GT?
I
pick
have
one
never
good
watched
thing.
GT in full. I've never watched GT in full.
Oh, okay. How much have you
My
seen
wife
of it?
did.
Did you get
I mean, I
past
like
the baby stuff? Like the babies, the first arc, I guess?
I like the design of Super Saiyan 4, just because it's so strange.
Round 2.
Yeah.
So I like that. And I liked when I was getting into Dragon Ball, because I assume you were kind of in the same boat, Marcus, where it's like, the show was pretty much done by the time, you know, we were watching it in America and I was getting into it. So, it was like this early internet age where, like, it was like you could look up stuff about Dragon Ball and like actually find out quite a lot, and you were like sort of and it was also still like some things seemed real and some things didn't.
I was spoiled so much stuff because of that. Because again, when you're a kid, you just assume like, oh, this is all new. Like they just made this episode, not knowing how anime worked. And when I found out, I was like, oh, this has been out for like a decade or so. You're like, oh, okay. But just even from like early internet, like going to the library to like look up pictures of things, I remember getting spoiled to see like either real art or fan art of like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Exactly. And I'm like, why does Goku have long hair? And who's this pink guy? And the like the fusions and stuff. So I remember my older brother. I remember him telling me about 4, and I was like, "That's not real. That was just fan art that you found." You know? Yeah, I'm with you. But I think Super Saiyan 4 is the coolest thing in GT. Like, I genuinely love the design of Super Saiyan 4. But yeah, other than that, I was like, maybe the Omega Shenron stuff, like the last arc, is probably the best arc of the show. But you also have to watch the entire show to get to that.
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes. This is again like showing our age. At a friend's house who he was like the neighbor who actually had good internet. Like I still had dial-up and he had like cable internet. And he found like the first 3 episodes of GT somehow. I don't even know how he did it. And I remember we sat down and watched it with subtitles. And I remember I was just like, not loving this. You know, I don't want Goku to be a kid again. That's not what I want for him.
The only cool thing was seeing Emperor Pilaf and Mai and those idiots again.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's like, oh, okay, this is. I miss those guys, but yeah.
I always wanted them in fighters as like a stack. You know, like you play as them as like a 3 characters. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, they got so many other people in fighters beyond C.
Yeah, they got Goku, and they got Goku, and they got a different Goku, and they got third Goku.
Did they get every Goku? Because they have base, Super Saiyan Blue. Did they do Super Saiyan God as a separate, like pink Goku?
Oh, I don't think they did. They did Kid Goku.
Because they have blue, they have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and they did Kid Goku, like GT Kid Goku. They did
Goku Black. Goku Black was in there.
Yeah. They did 4, didn't they? Didn't they do Super Saiyan 4?
I'm looking. I don't. Did they?
Because they started adding GT stuff at a certain point. That's fun.
Let's see.
Or maybe I think Kid Goku becomes Super Saiyan 4 for like his finish or whatever. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So Goku Super Saiyan Goku Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So that was in there. Goku Black, regular Goku. Goku from GT, so that was like Kid Goku. And then Goku Ultra Instinct
Right.
was in the game as well.
Okay.
And then Gogeta's also in there. And
But
Vegito.
but not just Super Saiyan God Goku.
No, yeah, Super Saiyan God Goku's in there. Yeah.
Okay, so they have God and Blue. Okay. So they have Blue for sure. Because that was
I guess maybe that's Super Saiyan God.
because they're Super Saiyan God and then Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is Super Saiyan Blue.
I think
The dumbest
I think
name.
it was Goku. Wikipedia has Goku SSGSS, and I think they're referring to Goku Blue, I think.
Right, because that's the Japanese name for Goku Blue.
It's all very straightforward. We all get it.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
say this
have
is
to
one of the few
explain.
times where the dub is better in terms of like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is so confusing, but they just call it Super Saiyan Blue, and it's like, yeah, that's what it is. It's Super Saiyan but blue. Just call it.
But blue.
Why wasn't that just?
They dropped the butt. They should have just kept it Super Saiyan but blue.
That would sound less epic of Vegeta going, "I am Super Saiyan but blue."
Duke Faison says Serial went through this in the Killer 7 Super Replay
Oh, this whole discussion.
that he talked about. Well, Serial did a feature for the site many years ago. That was like the top 10 Gokus of the year, I think it was, or something. I loved it. It was so funny. Yeah, well, here it is. Let's see.
Does Vegeta have as many Vegetas?
Game Informer's 2018 Goku of the Year award, and then he has 10 Gokus that appeared mostly in Dragon Ball Fighters, but there's like a spirit from Smash Brothers, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. It's very funny. He has Ginyu swapped with Goku as like one of the entries.
I guess that
Which
counts.
is funny.
Yeah. Shout outs.
R.I.P.
Oh gosh.
No, I love Serial. I saw him like he was in Minnesota. Gosh, a month ago or something. I got some
What?
with him and Blake.
Nice.
Round 1.
Oh my goodness.
How we doing? I keep getting distracted by Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I wish Shao Kahn would get distracted with Dragon Ball. He'd probably be a big Dragon Ball fan.
Let's get Goku as a Mortal Kombat guest character.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball gets pretty violent. You know, people die in some pretty messed up ways. They could fit in this world. Vegeta would thrive in this world. He would be. This
What if they had What if there was a fatality where like you killed Goku, like died, but like collected the Dragon Balls real quick and wished him back to life or something? You know what I mean? There's
It's like
some
he
crazy-
died, but then like Krillin or somebody gets the Dragon Balls and brings them back.
Yeah, it brings him back or something. That'd be cool.
And then it's just like round 2, whole new fight. We've never seen Goku. Like Goku's died three times, right?
Oh, lost count. Yeah.
And like they haven't been. Well, actually, the first death is pretty violent. Where he got shot through the chest and had a hole.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty
By
rough.
Piccolo. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cell who got blowed up. Then actually maybe it was only 2. He died yet?
I don't remember.
Have you ever realized that everyone in Dragon Ball has died at least once?
Yeah, I think we talked about this on
Did
some.
we?
I know this. It always comes back to Dragon Ball. I feel like on another Super Replay we were talking about
Okay. I always point that at people.
yeah,
They're like,
because
no,
of-
that's not true.
because
I'm
of
like,
Boo.
yeah, like Boo blew up Earth, so everyone's got a notch in their death bell because
because I think we were trying to
even the
figure
most
out
mundane character has died, which is just funny to me. Like, yeah, Chi-Chi has died.
We were because I remember we the question I think was, has anyone not died in Dragon Ball?
Which I guess
Like,
is
is
probably
there-
the easier question.
Yeah, and the answer we arrived at I think was no. Everyone has died at least once, primarily because of Boo. You know.
Even Chi-Chi's dad, that we barely ever see, the Ox King, that guy's died. Poir has died. Who thinks about Poir? And he got blown up. Okay, we're doing pretty.
Folks are throwing out like super like replay potential options and stuff.
Are they trying to
Castlevania's
get
being thrown out there?
No. Is it the October? Like the is it the month?
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, someone would say like Castlevania 4.
Hey, Ollie.
That'd be tough. I don't think I could beat that game if I'm being honest.
I think I could. I mean, if we played the like, 'cause the last time I played it was on Wii U, I think, and
Okay.
it has like
Like
save
virtual
states
console?
and stuff, you know. So if you rely on
Yeah.
the save states, yeah, I think it's still.
But
It's not a long game, so.
Yeah, Duke Phazon, I don't think they actually are suggesting this for Super Replay, but they're calling out Order of Ecclesia, which would be super fun. Those DS games are tough to play.
Hey, it's like, how do you stream DS games, too?
Yeah, and I don't think they released for Wii U.
No, they've never...
Because I bought a lot of DS games on Wii U before the store shut down. Like, for the reason of, like, oh, I can stream some of these, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never looked into
I still have my
streaming.
DS copies of a lot of the Castlevania games, because those are my favorite Castlevania.
And also, those are kind of hard to find.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have that Castlevania trilogy as well, like physical.
Yeah, come on, Marcus, there you go.
It's like, just get
Like, I was very excited for the Game Boy Advance collection Castlevania, because it's like, oh, Aria of Sorrow. I would love to have that on Switch. But, like, really the one that would be a day one purchase for me would be, like, a DS collection. Like, absolutely. Those are my favorite ones. Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia. Those are, like, my top 3. And then Symphony of the Night after that, probably.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite of the DS trilogy?
Dawn of Sorrow, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably that too. I think it probably goes in order. Like, I think Dawn's the best, Order's number 2, and then Portrait. Damn it! Oh, I thought I was dead after that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tony the Swordmaster did Corrin die? Yeah, Corrin super died. Because he was on Earth. That cat got blown up too. Him and Yajirobe were clutching each other as Majin Blue blew up Earth. I mean, they might have gotten turned into chocolate because they were. I mean, I know they're part of that. Their little middle part on the tower. So who knows? Maybe when the beams reach. Jeez, that was just a beat on that one.
Round 2. Fight.
All right.
Yeah, I guess the other question, and this was like totally always on the table, because we knew this was going to be a hard boss fight. But Marcus, what happens if we are going? I don't know. Cause you need to. At least I have like an appointment I need to get to. So we have a cutoff. You know, we want to keep it a little bit shorter episode thing. But if you haven't beaten him, I guess we just keep going, right? Until next week, right?
Until we don't end until he's dead.
Okay.
That's the rule. He has to. We have to save Earthrealm, Kyle.
You're right.
Look at it right now. Look at that dragon. That dragon doesn't belong here. You gotta send it home.
Get out of here, dragon.
That's like an apartment building that it's like this is mine now. There's people in there screaming, throwing buckets of water out the window, or I don't know, whatever else you do when you're panicking.
Punch. So you've had a couple wins. I mean, the ones that
I've won before. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you win the first round, that's what gives you a little more confidence, right?
Yeah, I feel like I wonder if there's any sort of program where like if you win once, does it get a little bit harder, like just to make the second round?
Maybe.
I always wondered about like final bosses of like, does Shao Kahn get mad of like, oh, you got one on me? Well, not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah. I mean, you think the better game design choice would actually be if it's just getting too hard, is to kind of move back a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, do the player a little bit of a favor.
This is Mortal Kombat, Kyle.
Yeah.
We don't get the little menu that pops up that's like, hey, buddy, having a good time? You want to drop it down to easy? Which I've always hated when that comes up in games. Like,
anytime that comes up, I'm like, get out of here.
Just feel insulted. Like, excuse me?
Although I do remember the reverse of that. I remember playing Infamous for the first time, a game I love. And let's super replay the Infamous games. That great.
Those were good games.
Where I think I did the first mission, and it was like, no, you actually might want to bump this up to hard. And I was like, oh,
like it
thank
said
you,
that?
Game. Yeah, and I was like, thank you, I appreciate the confidence, but
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think
And you're like, you're having way too easy of a time. You know, there's a hard mode if you want that.
I mean, that's like a good little trick, honestly. Like if I were, Ghost of Tsushima should have done that, you know?
You think the game is too easy?
No, not at all. It's the same developer, so I was like,
okay.
They should have just repeated that trick and been like, oh, I mean, because that's the thing, right? What it does is like it's giving you a compliment, where it's like, oh, you're pretty good at this, you know?
Dang it. I had him, maybe.
Kahn
So he did that. His secret weapon.
Round 1.
Binary Domain is a very fun game.
Oh, is that another suggested one?
Did you ever play Binary Domain back in the day? Sega game.
No.
It was them kind of doing Gears of War, and it had a very maybe ambitious sort of like voice chat system where you could speak into a microphone and like command your squad like that.
Oh, really?
I never played it like that.
Connect?
I guess so. I think this was like 2010, 2011 binary, so the Kinect I think would have been out by then. But yeah, something
That was
like,
a Mass Effect 3 thing, too. You could shout things at Connect and it would be like...
yeah, I did not do that, but I never owned a Kinect.
You didn't...
so-
Seriously? You didn't do that?
No, I didn't
You
have
didn't take advantage of that feature?
like Tali over here or whatever. I don't know what you could tell them.
Yeah. Do the thing.
Rex, what are you doing, buddy? You're just like a little league coach shouting from the side. Gonna need to see more hustle, Miranda. Come on, let's go. Those Geth ain't gonna shoot themselves. You saw you saw how I had him too, right?
I know. I feel like he does that to you every time, where you like get him down to like 2, and he's like, you know what?
It's the ultimate like fun sucker. He's like, oh, you're having way too good a time. Let me snuff that out. Jeez, this first time I've gotten an X-ray on him too.
Nice.
Probably shouldn't have. I mean, you make the argument I didn't need to do it at the beginning of the fight, but take what you can get.
Yeah.
Look how much it didn't even do that much damage.
Zang Master says the first God of War style Castlevania was cool. We were actually just talking about that before we started.
Yeah, Lord of Shadow, I love that game.
Yeah, like
that game
I think
rules.
almost for people to refer to it as, which I don't think is inaccurate or anything, but to kind of call it like, you know, the God of War game, I think it stands on its own, and like it's almost like not fair to just call it. It's like, oh, it's a reaction to God of War. I think that game has a lot unique and interesting going for it. It's one of my favorite Xbox 360 games. Like,
and I remember
that.
thinking it was one of the best looking games I'd ever seen.
Absolutely.
It looked
Yeah.
incredible at the time, just graphically.
Yeah, and that opening sequence in the rain when you're like fighting wolves. It's like, yeah, I love that game.
I love that game so much that Castlevania, like Lord Shadow 2 is still like, to me it was the Devil May Cry 2 of that generation of like the hype that I had going into it and also just the pedigree of the game that came before it. Like I had a whole thing where I was in college at the time and my roommate was also a huge Castlevania fan and also loved Lord of Shadow. And when Lord of Shadow 2 was coming out, we both pre-ordered it. And we made like the launch day like an event where we dragged our other friend who has no interest in any of this, but she was just hanging out with us. But we went and got like a giant pancake breakfast to celebrate Lords of Shadow 2 coming out.
Oh, no.
And then we, like before we went to, GameStop wasn't open yet. So like, oh, let's get some big pancakes. I don't know why we wanted pancakes. We just like,
Well, Castlevania pancakes, I get it. I
you
get
know,
it.
there's some correlation there. And then we had our nice breakfast, went to GameStop, got our copies, got back to the apartment. She went in her room, I was in the living room, and we were just like, let's just play all day. And then we'll like check in with each other, like, oh, where you at? And what do you think? And stuff like that. And I want to say probably like 4 or 5 hours in was when I kind of like, the seams were unraveling of like, oh.
Right.
Because that game starts really strong. Like, if you remember the demo that they put out beforehand, which is pretty much the beginning of the game, it was like, with the army or whatever, the invasion with like the golden soldiers or whatever they were. That part was cool, and I've always said that Lord Shadow 2 is kind of the inverse of the first game, where the first game has a kind of a slow start before it picks up.
Yes.
Whereas 2 starts
I would
off.
say actually kind of a rough start. I feel like the second level of Lords of Shadow is not great.
Yeah, and Lord Shadow is the inverse, where it starts off really strong and then just falls off a cliff. And so, like, again, you play the intro, you're like, oh yeah, baby, this is it. And then you get in a few hours and you do some of those terrible stealth missions where it's like, why am I sneaking around when I'm Dracula? And you're going into the really bland-looking real-world locations. There's just so many.
Yeah, I was at Game Informer at the time, and I remember talking a lot with Jeff Cork, and we were like, love Lords of Shadow, can't wait for the sequel. Like, we were both super hyped, and he was on the review. And like, I kind of just watched his sort of excitement just wane over the course of the week, you know, that he was reviewing it or whatever, and just like reading his review and just being like, oh.
Yeah, that was kind of me and my friend. The first time we kind of like convened to talk about where we were at, it was that very awkward, like, who's going to be the first to say it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I did play it though, even after
I beat it.
Cork, you know, he gave it a negative review, but I was like, I trust you. I think you're probably right, but I want to see this thing through. I just love that first game so much.
I just what happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean,
I think, I mean, not, yeah, I wouldn't, you never want to credit, like, a single person too much, but, like, Kojima, I don't think was involved in the sequel at all. Or in the first one, he was there as, like, a consultant and, like, giving him story ideas. Like, the big twist at the end was supposed
it was amazing.
Kojima.
That
Yeah,
first-
like, that was a Kojima thing.
okay.
But I could be wrong about that. I don't know for sure. And by the second one, I think he was working on, you know,
Round 2.
he was busy with Metal Gear Solid 5 at that point, probably.
So I gotta try to get all these license tracks for these helicopters. Can't stick around too long.
But and it's the other thing is, like, Kojima, I mean, he probably just looked at the script and was like, here's an idea, right? Like, and that's not going to change the quality of the game. Like, if Lords of Shadow didn't have the twist at the end, it would still be a good game.
Yeah.
It would just be...
I mean, it was like a
wouldn't-
post-credits twist, wasn't it, too?
Yeah, like, the ending is just really cool and really, like, makes you, like, oh, that... Like, it just makes it even better. But, like, yeah, so I don't know. Who knows what happened there. Mercury Steam's still a fantastic developer over there. I
Metroid
assume
Dread?
they're-
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love Metroid.
I assume they're... And Samus Returns remake as well. I love
Yeah.
that, too. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now. I wonder if they're... working,
gonna-
I
would
bet they're
imagine
working on more Metroid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the way Dread ends, like, there are some doors open that I hope they get to explore just narratively.
Yeah.
And I Dread is like the best-selling Metroid game ever, so there's like, I mean, we're gonna get another, I mean, besides the one that we know we're supposed to be getting, Prime 4, but we're gonna get another 2D one, I would
I
imagine.
hope so.
Just because, again, the money that they make from it.
Apparently, on Wikipedia, if you look at their, like, games that they've worked on, it says that Project Iron is a game that they announced that 505 is publishing. I don't know anything about this.
Project
You heard of
Iron?
this?
Iron?
Project Iron.
How do I
this
kill
is.
you? Oh, God. Okay.
Nice.
Alright, we one down. And he needs to win 2. I just need 1. Alright. I just need 1 more. He needs 2.
Alright.
Alright.
Come on, Marcus.
Getting locked in. We're getting locked in. Alright, good shot. Alright. I'm gonna maybe play a little conservative here.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's not fine. Yeah, get that. I'm gonna get some distance.
Oh, nice. Get out of there.
Oh no! Oh wow! Okay. Oh yes! Pose, you idiot! Yes. Okay, all right. We're in, guys. Okay, I got an enhanced move. Nope. Oh, dang it! He did that thing where he absorbed it. When he absorbs your uppercut, it sucks because then you're kind of vulnerable because you know. All right. Next trip. I have to take little baby shots.
Take the baby shots, man. Don't,
Yeah,
don't be ashamed of that.
Here, just trip your feet. And you get that. Here, have some lightning.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I did the enhanced version. All right.
Trip him up. Trip him up.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Ah, dang it. I questioned that teleport too, and I
That was good. That was really good.
All right. Okay. Good start.
Okay, I'll be back in just a second.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. I got an extra hit off of that. Boy. It's like I probably shouldn't try an uppercut every time I teleport. He's gonna absorb at least a couple of them. But
What do you mean he absorbs it? What do you
so
mean?
you,
Like,
have you noticed that he'll? What the hell? Have you noticed that he'll flash yellow sometimes when I hit him?
no, I haven't. I'll start trying to pay closer attention.
Well, basically, and I mentioned before, like any like that, like any hits that would normally knock down or stun someone, occasionally he'll just like tank it and just keep doing what he's doing. So like you'll try to break,
Okay.
damn it, you'll try to break his animation or just try to stun him, and he'll just like completely like ignore it basically. So then that throws you off because normally you're so used to the move connecting that when it, I mean, it still hits and does damage, but since it doesn't like move him at all, you're now vulnerable because like the uppercut when you miss leaves you open for a stun. So if he tanks the uppercut, like you still get the damage, but you're still like he didn't move, so he can just hit you immediately. You know?
He just like punches. It's like I saw it there. He just basically
and you don't know when he's gonna do it, so it's like it's unpredictable. Oh, did he hit you on the ground?
That's not fair.
Shao Kahn, not fair. Maybe his defining character trait, not a fair man.
You know, getting in the air has actually served you
Well,
generally.
because he does that
well.
stuff, so I don't want to do it too much because he'll get wise
Round 2.
and be like, oh, I'll just start meeting you up there. Oh, how did I miss that kick?
So Marcus, how light do you want to go? You want to go like another 30 minutes?
Let's do it. I mean, depends how much time you can afford.
I can probably do another 30 minutes.
All right, let's do that then. Let's pad it 30 minutes. What time is it?
Okay. It is 1:54, so like 2:30 Central Time.
Okay.
You're an hour ahead of me, so
Okay.
as long as that works for you, that works for me.
Get this. Get that uppercut. Give him the feet. Give him the feet. Oh, okay.
Give him the feet.
I was like, give me his feet. I'm trying to sweep his feet up, which means they're my feet because I took them. I don't know.
If you're in the zone.
So you see how he's jumping around? That's why I don't want to jump around.
Yeah,
too
you
much.
wanna-
He's
that's
trying.
the-
He
that's the tough
was
move,
trying
yeah.
to get me. Oh, he thought it was a jump.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the back.
Hit him with both of those. That's good. So that uppercut move, that you're leaning on that a lot too. Is that just does a lot of damage?
Yeah, the uppercut in Mortal Kombat games is always sort of like your exclamation point.
Nice.
Okay. All right, 1-1.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Cool, here you go.
Man, this is giving me some Dark Souls Super Replay vibes from our From Software spree.
All right.
And then we just eat hot wings every time I die.
Is that? Oh, you guys did that? Is that what you did?
We did it for Sekiro, and then we did it for Demon Souls, where every time I died, we had to eat. We did like hot one style, where like, every time I died, we had to eat wings of increasing of heat.
Seems barbaric.
It was pretty funny, and it basically resulted in like a good 3-month period where I basically had wings every Friday for lunch.
That's not so bad.
We got sponsored by them at one point. We had a,
Really?
We had a
That's
sponsor
awesome.
Wingstop stream for I think it was when Elden Ring came out. We did and we called it Elden Wing.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah,
That's the kind of sponsorship I can get behind.
Yeah. All right. No!
Oh, not less nice, but still good.
Okay. He's I don't want to get cocky. I don't want to get cocky. Yes, do that. Yeah, commit to that animation. Okay, I'm gonna shoot. Because you can't block the back one. Yes! Yes!
That's like perfect timing. Like, unless this is like a 30-minute cutscene.
Yeah!
Good job, man. That was
Thank
intense.
you. Ah.
I gotta clip that. I gotta clip this for TikTok.
Yes.
We're proud of this moment.
We are so proud of this moment. There we go. Dude, Faison saying I clapped in real life.
Yeah, no, I felt that.
He
That
feels
was
it
great.
too. He's like, how could this be? Look at him. He can't even
Finish him.
finish him, Raiden. Finish him.
Give him the old
I don't even remember how he dies.
dragon spirit leech. The leech attack? Ooh,
In the
that
neck
looks-
too.
In his mouth? That's
They kind of look cute. They're like, nyang, 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 nyang.
yum 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 yum.
Tastes like Outworld.
Reminds me of Outworld. Flavors. That was awesome.
You need one on his crotch. For comedic effect. One that just really goes to town on his crotch.
Oh, fireworks. That was pretty fun. Oh, and the suns. This is wonderful.
He's like, oh, Jesus is back.
Let's get him as a guest fighter.
Yeah. There we go.
Mellow 311, first time chat. I named all 3 of my kids after MK characters.
Ooh.
Let's guess. Smoke,
I think Johnny,
Reptile,
Cyrax, Mocap?
Mocap.
Actually,
Okay,
my
that's
best
funny.
friend has a friend, I guess we're friends too, where all of her kids are named after Fire Emblem characters. Like she has 3 daughters.
Oh,
She has
really?
3 daughters, and I know one of them's named Lucina.
It's a good name. I like that. It's a nice name.
Did the subtitles look weird suddenly?
Oh, I missed it. Oh, they do look weird.
They were.
Can you reset the game and redo that fight so we can get the proper subtitles?
Of course, yeah.
Thank you.
He's like, oh, but what did it cost?
Yeah, interesting choice to make them virtually unreadable. At the end. This is what a weird little bug. That's funny.
Yeah, I can only assume it's a bug. If Shao Kahn was so intense, he broke the game.
He took all the white out of the subtitles. This is so funny that just dead Liu Kang is just like in the foreground while they're talking. Oh, they took the body. Okay. And it's snowing? Or is that ash?
It's ash. I assume.
Is that a helmet? It's green. What's that mean? Who's picking that up? Is that Deadpool? Oh, okay. I don't know why for a moment I was like, it looks like Deadpool. Who's that guy? Is that like the is this the Emperor, like Star Wars style? Like now we know who the big bad is? Is that what's going on?
So this is Shinnok.
Shinhawk?
Shinnok.
Shinnok.
Like
okay.
yeah.
I think you meant like a shin, like the part of your body between your knee and your foot, and a hawk, like the bird.
Shinnok.
And what's Shinnok's deal?
So he was introduced in, I guess technically in the mainline fighting games, he was the main villain in Mortal Kombat 4.
Why'd you get that achievement?
Because I beat the game.
Yeah, but you didn't have the achievements already?
No, I've been getting achievements this whole time. I played. Well, I originally
on
played
PlayStation, probably.
Well, yeah, I played on my original copy was on PlayStation.
Oh.
Yeah, I got an Xbox copy for this replay.
Nice, smart, good.
Backwards compatibility and all that stuff. But yeah,
congratulations,
we did
man.
it! Hey,
you don't have to throw me in there. You can say I did it. I was here.
Kind of like
couldn't
have done it without you.
I could have done it without you.
You were present.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's great. That was great. That was intense. I mean, it's nice to have a tough final battle there like that for sure.
Yeah, Spike saying GG Marcus got a bounce by Spike. If you're already gone, I don't know.
See ya.
But yeah, thanks everyone. This was great. It was fun. What do you think, Kyle? Now that you've seen this whole thing, I don't know what are your takeaways, I guess, from all this.
I'm happy to have like a better sort of grounding of like the characters, and I have a better understanding of like what's fun about Mortal Kombat, like a little cheesy, a little silly, but also kind of dark and fun, right? It's like it rides those lines well, which is a tough thing to do. I will say I don't think I'm like converted.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, ooh, I think I want to play 10 and 11 now, you know, like, but I definitely have a better understanding of the characters and like what's fun about all the characters, because they all, and I know why they're all unique, which is like very important to a fighting game. But I feel like now I understand specifically beyond just how they look, why they're fun and their relationships and stuff like that. And that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Holly Spicewolf says you got to play MK1. If I were to go and be like, you know what, let me get on the Mortal Kombat bandwagon, that would be where I would go. Like A, because it's the current one, but also B, it's another point of restarting. Yeah. Right? So it's like, yeah, I should, if I'm going to jump in anywhere, I should jump in with MK1 for sure.
Yeah. I almost would love to see you play MK, like, I think 11's probably the best story mode they've ever done. It's just so wacky and so
yeah, even more than 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's better than 1. I like 1 story mode, but I think 11 is kind of consistently like it goes off the rails, but like intentionally so, and it kind of keeps the thread.
That could be a good thing.
Yeah, and even the DLC they did after the Aftermath DLC, that was good too. Sort of like the Shang Tsung little story expansion thing.
But you know what's weird, Marcus, is I played the first fight of that DLC or whatever.
Of After? Okay.
Yeah, because like for some reason it was like a min-max, like Hanson like had a bunch of codes and was like, let's talk about Mortal Kombat this week, and I was like, all right, I'll play the first fight. That's like, don't know who any of these people are, don't know how this game works, don't know what the story is, and I don't think I even finished the fight. I think I just turned it off. And I was
you
like,
just walked away.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what's going on here.
That's fair. But hey, at least you can say that you've seen one of these things from start to finish.
Yeah.
So,
no, I definitely understand it much better now.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what if you ever do get around to MK1, let me know. We streamed it, or I streamed it a couple weeks ago. I'd like to maybe stream a little more of it.
I mean, as we get to the end of the year, I mean, like a little behind the scenes, we always try to make an effort to try and spend a little time with everything that might be talked about on our end of year lists, if that makes sense, so I would like to touch Mortal Kombat 1 because I'm sure we're going to bring it up at the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
we're probably going to have a best fighting game category, and there'll be a big discussion between you and Brian, I imagine, of like, are we going Street Fighter 6 or we're going Mortal Kombat 1?
Yeah,
or
have
whatever
you played
else.
Street Fighter 6 at all?
I played a little bit,
like the story mode or anything like that. Or?
Yeah, I keep waiting for these moments of like I finally get it.
Right.
And like I didn't get that with Street Fighter 6. I mean, we streamed it, didn't we? You and me?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we played.
Yeah.
We played a few matches.
And I enjoyed. My voice is a lot, so I couldn't go quite as high pitched as I wanted to. But it was, you could tell by how high pitched I was going to go. I was like, it's okay, it's like, it's all right.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's no Smash Brothers,
Can we nominate that? Can that be a contender?
Can we just always put Smash Brothers in there?
Did they add anything to the game this year?
Actually, no. For once, I bought new amiibos. That's what that got added to the game.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is my favorite. Not only my favorite fighting game series, but it's one of my favorite just game series in general. It was fun going back to this because this is my first time playing this mode since 2011, launch week, pretty much. And it's cool to see, one, that it holds up pretty well, but also you can see how far the series has advanced. Like MK1 story mode in terms of just presentation and even like writing and stuff is like leaps and bounds above this, even though it's still that same sort of template. Like you can see some of the way they transition in and out of fights and even the way
that stuff's fun.
Yeah, like that's all still present in the games that came after this, but it's just like they've gotten better at like tightening things up and just just making like progressively better versions of this story. And they're still like number one in the fighting game genre in terms of telling a single player tale. It also just like, again, it makes me sad that MK9 is so like relatively inaccessible now because it's not. They took it from online stores, so you can't buy it digitally anymore. You got to buy physical copies. You got to hunt one of those down. Which, thankfully, from what I've seen, it's not like some expensive game. Like it's not like some rare thing. So
no, it's on eBay like at a decent price, right? Yeah.
I actually bought ours from GameStop for like under $10, something like that, just to use.
Oh, they still sell 360 games. That's cool.
Yeah, I bought them online. So I don't know if they do it in stores, but I on the website for sure. But
it's totally like it doesn't need to be remade. Like that would be silly, like to remake it, right? Because like they keep rebooting the series anyway. Like they don't need to remake it, but like just having, I don't know, they just call it like Mortal Kombat 9 remastered, and just like on Switch and a couple other platforms, like that'd be do that. I'm sure that
remaster it.
I mean I don't know how remastering works. It's so much work. There's actually like a surprising amount of investment or something like that. I would never assume it's simple or easy.
Right.
But it seems like there's a demand for it. There's an interest for it.
For
that
sure.
I think would make it worthwhile.
Yeah, I've always just wanted a remaster because all the other games are playable on current consoles. Like, because X was the next generation when that came out, like PS4, Xbox One, and then everything. But like 9's the only one of like the new trilogy that it's just kind of like outside the house, so to speak, just sort of looking through the window.
Hard
like,
to get to.
Can I come in, guys, with you? Hang out with the rest
Remember
of you?
me?
I was gonna.
I
was going to say, like, was there a post-credit scene? I was like, okay.
I mean, this would have been before that got popularized. I feel like the MCU really made that like a popular thing.
Yeah, this was 2011, so we were still in phase 1 of Marvel.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not saying Marvel invented it, but it popularized it. Like it became like a sort of consistent thing after
may as well
that.
have invented it.
I mean, yeah.
It's like there's a whole generation of people that think they invented it.
Yeah, Duke Faison, Metal Gear Solid 1 had a great one. For example.
Metal Gears usually do. You gotta have we needed a post-codec conversation with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, talking about nano machines.
That Metal Gear Solid 1 is so good though, just because it's like maybe it's silly to say that it really got me and like affected me, but when Ocelot says, Mr. President. I was like, oh my God. This goes up to the president?
That's the guy that runs the place that I live. Sorry, I'm just checking.
Bush Jr.'s involved in this? What a time.
Oh God. I'm looking at online of like, I'm pretty sure the server's inactive. But
That'd be really fun if you could connect to somebody.
Just immediately match it up with somebody.
So before we sign off here, should we talk about our plans?
Right, we should. So yeah, next Super Replay, which will tentatively start next week, depending on how long it takes to receive the game that we're about to reveal. Yeah, it's like we do have a copy, but it's things like Kyle basically has to go into the vault and get the game and then mail it to me. So depending on how long that takes, sort of to celebrate Spider-Man 2 coming out, I think it'll be the week that this would start. Yeah, next week, next Friday. We're going to do a game that one of my favorite games of all time, a game that I've always wanted to see super replayed, either myself or before somebody else do it. And for the longest time, it was my favorite Spider-Man game before Insomniac took over. And that is the 2000 Neversoft Spider-Man game. That's going to be our next super replay. Came out on the PlayStation 1. It's awesome. Basically, it was an awesome Spider-Man game. If you weren't around for the time, that was my Insomniac Spider-Man game, because it was the game that first kind of like mostly realized the fantasy of web swinging. You had this amazing original story with all these different villains, like a who's of villains that you're running through. Like, a lot of ways, it was kind of like almost the prototype of like what a 3D console Spider-Man game could be.
Yeah, I was always interested. I was not playing PlayStation much when it came out. It came out on N64 as well, right? But which is where I would have played it, and it was one that I always wanted to rent, but I don't think was ever available, if I remember correctly. So I'm totally excited to sort of see it. I've never touched it really.
Oh wow, yeah. Like, we'll get into it when we're playing it, but yeah, I have a whole history with that game. It's probably the game I replayed the most on my PS1. I unlocked all the costumes. Like, I was like, that was my game basically, just because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
Do you think it'll be difficult? Do you think it'll be hard to play, or do you think you've got it down so well?
Oh, I haven't played it since probably the launch of the PS2.
Okay.
Yeah, so like 2001, I think. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like my sort of comparable game is Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
Okay.
Which is like a game I played over and over, And that game, I thought it would be hard to go back to, but like 2 or 3 years ago, I went back to it and like all my muscle memory like basically returned, and I was able to like rip through it. And I wonder if you'll have the same thing with Spider-Man, where it's like, this is a PS1 game, it does not feel good. but like you're just gonna all of a sudden be like, I know how this works, I got it.
Yeah, like there are certainly cutscenes and moments that I remember, and it's like I'm kind of anticipating that of like I'm expecting sort of like dormant muscle memory to resurface. Like, okay, I remember the flow of this combat and using your webs and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just gonna be like, how does it actually feel to play this game, and less so about like how to do stuff. But yeah, I'm psyched. So yeah. Next Super Replay, Neversoft's 2000 Spider-Man game. Stick around, tune in. And thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to our Twitch channel for access to our Game Informer Discord, and, of course, to stay up to date with all of our streams. And, of course, if you want to watch any other archives of not only just Replay and Super Replay, but all of our kind of like personality-driven, long-form content, we have a second YouTube channel that has all that stuff, which is our Game Informer Shows YouTube channel. That's where the GI Show podcast is. That's where all things Nintendo is. All the good stuff is there. So be sure to subscribe to that channel if you want to rewatch the Super Replay and all the recent Super Replays that we've done. And yeah, Kyle, I think we've covered all the bases. Kyle, ready to get out of here?
Yeah, great work, man. That was not an easy fight, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
good work.
Thank you, and have a great weekend, guys. We shall see you next time. Bye bye.
See ya.